Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is periodic classification of elements. So this is one of the important topic that we are supposed to study in 10th standard, that is periodic classification of elements. We have learned about the elements, that they are building blocks of all the substances. Already in 9th standard you studied about this. The elements are the building blocks of all the substances, both compounds and mixtures. So you studied about compounds and mixtures in lower classes. Okay, so you have studied about compounds. Compounds means sodium chloride, means potassium chloride, means these are the familiar compounds. Compounds means two or more elements combined together form a compound. Water is also compound. Okay, mixtures, you might have studied about mixtures, okay, in lower classes also. Full stop. And these elements have been classified as metals and non-metals. So we have classified these as metals and non-metals. Okay, so in the periodic table you can see metals as well as the non-metals. At present we have 118 elements. Okay, at right now we have 118 elements, out of which the identity of 114 elements has been established. So in the periodic table you can have a glance of 118 elements. Among those 118 elements, 92 are naturally occurring. 92 elements are naturally occurring. Okay, the process of discovering of elements is not yet over, so still it is going on. Okay, but the real credit of preparing periodic table goes to Mendeleev. That is why you can see the periodic table with the name Mendeleev periodic table, sometimes periodic table or Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, so this is the periodic table. You can see periodic table of elements. Okay. Next comes the very important, that is laws. First one, Dauberniers triad. Dauberniers triad. What is the statement of Dauberniers triad? According to the Dauberniers triad, in a particular triad means group of three elements with similar property. Group of three elements. Tri means three. Three elements with similar properties is called triad. The elements were arranged in the order of increasing atomic masses, and atomic masses of middle element. Atomic mass of middle element was almost the mean or average atomic mass of a first and third element. Just look at the what we call it as a statement, triad of alkali. Triad of alkali like lithium, sodium and potassium. Just look at this. Lithium has atomic mass 6.9, sodium has 23, potassium has 39. Okay, if you add first and third, lithium plus potassium, that is 6.9 plus 39 divided by 2, you are going to get 22.95, which is equal to 23, which means that almost the middle element have average atomic mass of first and third. This is the statement of Dauberniers triad. This is the statement of Dauberniers triad. Next, after every law, we are going to study about limitations. So this law has got some limitation for every invention. There behind that there will be some limitations. Okay, or you can say drawbacks or limitations. In this, what is the limitation? No doubt the triad given by Daubernier were helpful in grouping some elements with similar characteristics together, but he could not arrange all the elements known at that time into triads. So he could not able to arrange the elements into triads during those period. He could identify only few such triads that have been mentioned. So this is applicable only for few elements, not all the elements which were discovered in those days. Next comes the second law, Newland's law of octet. octaves. Newland's law of octaves. According to the Newland's law of octaves, when the elements arranged in the increasing order of atomic masses, there is a repetition of properties of every eighth element as compared to the given element. So children, look at this. You can see the series: fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur. Next, second line, you can see chlorine, potassium, calcium, chromium, titanium, manganese, iron. So every eighth element, say from the first F, that is fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eighth element is again chlorine. F and Cl have both similar properties. The first and eighth element have similar properties. This is the Newland's law of octaves. Newland's law of octaves. Even this Newland's law of octaves has got drawbacks or limitations. Drawbacks and limitations means it has some what we call it as points which that law is not able to that law is not able to analyze, or that law is not able to give a suggestion. So first one, limitation of Newland's law of octave. First one, it was found that the law is applicable up to calcium. After calcium, every eighth element did not possess the properties similar to that of a first. So children, you can see only till calcium it is applicable. So every eighth element there is a repetition of character. Afterwards there is no repetition. So calcium, I think you will be knowing 20 Ca40, that is calcium is having atomic number 20. So I think it will be applicable till 20. Afterwards it is not applicable because the properties differs. Hence it becomes a limitation. Second one, it was assumed by the Newlands only 56 elements existed in the nature and no more elements would be discovered in future. But later several new elements were discovered. See, he told that only 56 elements will be there on the earth. No more elements will be discovered in future. But what happened? Later many elements were discovered. After 56, even we came to know that 63 elements. So it has increased from 56 to 63. Means so slowly the elements were added to the previous elements and the number is increasing. So now 56, then 63, then like this it goes on, increases, and now we have 118 elements in the periodic table. Third one, in order to fit elements into his table, Newlands adjusted two elements in the same slot but also put some unlike elements under the same slot. So in order to adjust the element, because he is not able to fit elements properly into each slot, so in some places what he have in the same slot, he has kept two elements with the which is having two elements which are not having a similar properties. So that is also a drawback to the Newland's law of octaves. Then last one, noble gases were not known to him. This is also a drawback to the Newland's law of octaves. These are the four limitations of Newland's law of octaves.